Welcome back. Welcome to day 4 of your 14-day Ayurveda challenge. Again, my name's Lisa Bermudez, and I'm so happy that you made it to day 4. Thanks for being here, and take a moment and actually just thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for participating in 14 days of something that's actually going to nourish you and elevate you. And hopefully, you took into consideration some of the practices that we've done so far. Hopefully, you're still doing them. This is a gentle reminder to not be too hard on yourself if you miss something. The important thing is that you just pick it up again and get back into it. Today, though, I will be talking you through something called Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. So it's alternate nostril breathing. And this is one of the most balancing, nourishing, sweet breathwork practices that you can do. It's something that you can do anywhere, anytime. There's many different ways that if you research this, if you do like a search on it, you'll see different ways to start it, different ways to end it. You might see different, it's alternate nostril breathing. So you might see a video or a tutorial where someone's starting with the left nostril or the right nostril. Uh, I'll show you one way. I'll show you the way that I learned. That doesn't mean that however you learn from anyone else is wrong. It's just important that you're doing it. So if you can, sit down somewhere and be in a place without distractions. So if you are in a busy household or if you're at work, go in a room right now where you can be by yourself and be totally just with yourself for at least 2 minutes. At least 2 minutes. And I'll talk you through this breath work first, and then I'll give you some tips on how to take it into your practice once you leave me. If you're not already here, sit in a way that's comfortable for you. And if you need to pause this and come back to it, please do. You can also do this sitting in a chair. You might sit down in a chair with your feet flat on the ground. You might also sit up on some props, right? If you've got some yoga props available, you could sit up on a bolster, a blanket, a meditation cushion. The point is to just sit, sit in a way that works for you, or you could have your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders. And then also, if you look down at your knees, make sure your knees are not hiked up above your hips. So your knees are just below your hips. And I'm all right if they're right in line with the hips too. From here, close your eyes if that's okay for you. If you need to, if watch me for a few cycles of breathing, you can watch me for a few cycles of breathing. If you're familiar with alternate nostril breathing already, close your eyes. Go ahead and close your eyes. So sit up tall. You may close your eyes now or not, and then raise your right hand. With your right hand up, take your pointer finger and your middle finger and bend them in towards your palm. Once you do that, if you just relax your hand, you might notice that your pinky finger and your ring finger may naturally kind of come together. And then that combo of those two fingers, along with your thumb when you relax, can fit right around your nostrils. It's one of those cool things about our bodies that just works for each individual. So this is one way to practice Nadi Shodhana Pranayama with the pointer finger, middle finger down, and then you'll use your thumb to close off the nostril. I'm not putting my finger up my nose or anything weird like that. I'm just taking my thumb and I'm putting it outside of my nostril to gently close it off. I'm not squeezing it where it hurts. It's just gentle. The other fingers, the weight of the pinky finger and the ring finger, it's said that those together kind of equal the thumb. The pressure that you'll put on your nostril with those two fingers is equal to the pressure the thumb gives. So if you can keep them together, do. It's okay if you can't. Same thing, the ring finger and pinky finger together will close off your left nostril. The pinky finger is not touching it, it's just the ring finger. So this is one setup. Second setup is to take your pointer finger and middle finger again, And then take those two fingers together and bring them to that space that's right between your eyebrows. And this is the one that I'm going to do. I'm going to keep this one. Once you're here, same thing. The thumb will close off the right nostril and the ring finger closes off the left. So pick whichever setup you'd like. Again, pointer finger, ring finger to the palm. That's one. The other one is pointer finger, ring finger, pointer finger, middle finger to the palm, or pointer finger, middle finger to the head. Pick one and then close your eyes if that feels all right. Take your thumb, close off your right nostril, and take a breath in through your left. Close off your left nostril with your ring finger. Exhale that breath out through your right nostril. Your thumb moves away. Inhale through the right. Close it off with your thumb. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close it off with your ring finger. Exhale through your right. Breathe in through your right. Close it off with your thumb. Exhale through your left. Breathe in through your left. Close it off. Exhale through your right. Release your hand down and just take a moment to breathe in and out through both. And then if you did have your eyes closed, open up your eyes. And this practice, just some notes on this practice. This alternate nostril breathing is meant to be done if you can do it every day. You can do it even if you have any kind of stuffy nose stuff going on, any sinus stuff going on, because it's said that all you really need is like a thread of air to go from one nostril through the other. And think about how thin a thread is, right? It's you're able to get a little bit of air through the nasal passages, even if you feel like you're not breathing, you actually are. If this alternate nostril breathing causes you any kind of anxiety, or if you feel like as you're doing it, you're maybe getting very heated, just do it for about 3 cycles and then stop. And then just focus on your breath in and your breath out. So focusing on the breath is one of the best ways to just calm down the mind. And to also, this breath work specifically, alternate nostril breathing, helps rebalance these 2 hemispheres that we've got in our brain. Something cool about it that I like, I find this just so fascinating, is that we've got, I won't speak too much on this because it's a whole other topic, a whole other challenge, but we've got these 3 energy channels that run up and down the base of our spine. One goes straight up the spine. The other 2 start connected, they separate. They connect, they separate. They connect, they separate. They connect, they separate. And those channels that connect and separate, sometimes they come out of balance. Sometimes maybe we're feeling a certain way or something just stressed us out and something will come out of balance. This alternate nostril breathing helps balance all of those out. It helps balance out these channels. And we can talk about this for hours, but for right now, for this Ayurveda challenge, try for today and for every day for the rest of the challenge, and maybe for every day for the rest of your life, or at least 70% of it. Practice this alternate nostril breathing. Even if it's for a minute, even if it's just for 1 or 2 rounds, maybe it's a whole bunch of rounds. Practice it and see what happens. Pick a time of the day that you practice it too. So it might be right when you wake up. A little pro tip on incorporating things like this into your life might be once you get up in the morning, sit up in bed. Before you do anything, move through a few rounds of this alternate nostril breathing. If that's not something you can do, tack it onto something that you already do, right? Hopefully you brush your teeth every day. Sit down. It could be on your bathroom floor. Sit down and do a few rounds of this. Maybe it's you hopefully are eating lunch every day or eating a meal every day. Before you sit down for your meal, do a few rounds of this. So might be something that you just are already doing daily. Tack it onto that. If you drive to work, this is a good one too. Before you get out of your car, do a few rounds of this. If same thing, if you drive to work, once the workday is over and you get in your car, takes a minute, do a few rounds, but incorporate it into your daily life and then just notice how you're feeling. Notice how balanced you start to feel once you bring this alternate nostril breathing into your practice. Thank you again so much for being a part of this 14-day challenge, and I'll see you tomorrow.